Now we're going to present some of the stick defenses that we're doing for this rotation and the next rotation. So first one's going to be single hand vertical. So he's stepping forward and he's striking to the top of the head. That's important to note. I move in when he pulls back. That's the button. So when he pulls back, I'm moving forward, making my wedge. Go ahead, continue to drive down. And I'm moving into my clinch here. And I'm grabbing over the top, gripping above the elbow, hand is here, grip on the neck, elbows locked down. So let's show that from this side. So what I'm doing is as I'm coming forward, left ear to left bicep, which ensures that my head is protected, and I'm diving through. Go ahead and put your arm up. I'm diving through this opening right here. So as he pulls back to strike, I step forward. Notice the arms move first. Get my clinch. Destroy the opponent with knees. And then let's turn this way so the camera can see. You can either do one hand at a time or both at a time. But I'm coming down here, I'm grabbing the stick. I'm not on his arm. I keep it close to my body as I switch my feet. As I turn, I remove. He's going to cover up for his own protection because I'm striking high and I'm striking low. That's my real target because I want to get away. Let's show from this angle here. So he pulls back to strike, dive in, destroy the opponent, slide down, grab the weapon, keep it close to the body, switch your feet, remove it, hit, hit, hit. So in this next one, this is going to be a vertical attack, but he's going to be holding on with two hands. So you won't be able to go through the center now, so I have to go to the outside. So I'll have my right bicep against my right ear. So as he starts to strike, I move here, and then I'm going to rotate. So the wedge deflects it. I rotate, grab him with my left hand, elbow on the outside of the arm, but what's important is you're dropping your weight because I don't want him to start to lift this stick back up, so I'm dropping my weight on top of it, and then I start to hit. I don't recommend punches here. I recommend hammer fist, palm heel, maybe an elbow. When he takes that hand off to protect, that's when I'm going to go. I'm going to come over here. My knee is going to strike right there. In the street, it'll go to his hand, but I'm going to act like I'm breaking a stick and remove the weapon. I get my position. He covers up. I strike high, and I strike low to neutralize the opponent. All right, same disarm, but this time he's attacking from the side. So this could be one hand or two hand, but I'm still going to do the same thing. So as he begins to pull back, my arms move first, so I'm getting that wedge into place. But I'm going to step in and drive into him, taking his space. I deliver my strikes, and I do my disarm again. What's important to note is that the most common mistake, let's show it on this side. So the most common mistake when people do this is when they do this, they try to go out here, and then they give the guy room to maneuver. He's going to rip that stick back and start to hit me. I want to crowd him and take his space. So as he pulls back to strike, I'm going here, and I'm in his space, striking him and hitting him. Take the weapon away, neutralize the attack. Stick attack is going to be a horizontal two-handed swing. So I move in when he pulls the weapon back. When he pulls back, I'm moving in, making sort of this funnel. This hand is up here to guard against a strike from a headbutt. This is engaged in the shoulder, and my arm is extended away from the body so the butt of the stick doesn't hit me in the ribs. I then wrap the arms. When I wrap, I want to try to wrap near the wrist. I drive down, make sure you don't hurt your partner on that part, and I start delivering elbow strikes. That's probably your real disarm. Now, when I disarm, this is important. I'm going to pull inward tightly. This is more of a strike, thumb facing me. And as I do that, I'm breaking it down. As I exit, I'm delivering a strike. And then I start to engage him on the high line so I can attack the legs, which is what I really want. Defense will be a single hand horizontal swing. So as he pulls back, I'm using that same engagement I did before, wrapping, delivering my strikes. This one is just like the gun. So I'm going to slide down to the wrist, rotate, remove the weapon, and then I start attacking again. You show that one from this side. So as he pulls back, I move in, wrap, hit, slide down to the wrist, present the shoulder, which means turn it, remove the weapon, and begin attacking. So in this next video, it's going to be a double swing, and we're going to be disarming on the backhand. So on this one, the distance is so far away that I'm not entirely sure I could get in with the first one. So now I'm going to move back first. So as he steps forward to strike, I'm going to move back, making sure I'm pulling my arms in. As he steps in again, however, I'm moving in with a double barricade here with my forearms. I grip, making sure I'm dropping the weight down. My elbow's on the outside of his arm over here. I start delivering my strikes. When that hand comes up to defend, I grab, disarm again, and I start striking. Show that one from this side. Okay. So we're a little bit farther away now. It's too far away to move in. So I move back, and as he comes forward, I'm crashing in. Drive it down. My elbow is on the outside. As I drive the weight down, I begin to hit. He brings the hand up to protect. I remove the weapon, and I start striking. Taking out the legs so he can't chase me. Now we're going to deal with somebody attacking with a stick, but this time they're doing a thrust. So as the thrust comes in, the first thing I'm going to do is turn my body and redirect the weapon, palm facing away from me. As I'm doing that though, my other hand is already grabbing. I remove, and then I strike. I'm going to come underneath, lifting the weapon, driving some strikes into his face, and then I remove the weapon. Once again, hit high, and then hit low. The key to disarming them with a stick like this, if they got two hands on it, is to get their arms to cross. If their arms cross and mine don't, then I'm going to get the weapon out. So again, we're here, strike comes in, pivot out of the way, grab, biggest strike of your life, come underneath, drive the weapon in, and notice how his arms are starting to cross. I take the weapon away, cover up, start striking, and deliver a strike to the leg. Next, I'm going to redirect with the other hand. So as he comes in for the thrust, I redirect with this one. This one's going to grab, but now I have to worry about this other end hitting me in the face, just like the rifle. So after I redirect and grab, the other hand comes here immediately. I turn and face him, driving it in and driving my weight down, right? Headbutt, knee. Pull the weapon away, start to strike. Change your foot positions, get the arms across, and now I got the weapon again. Striking high, striking low. Let's show from the other side. Redirect, grab, grab. Drive forward. It's great if he pushes back. Headbutt, he's too far away for a knee, so I kick him. Pull, strike, strike. Take the weapon away and begin to neutralize the opponent. In this next video, we're going to show defenses against a thrust, but it's coming up towards the face. So just like your inside defense against punches, I'm going to do the same thing against the stick. So as he drives it in, I redirect, grab, strike, strike, maybe several times, come underneath, up it goes, strike, get his arms across, and once again, we recycle the same technique. Show from this side. So I'm here, thrust comes in, redirect, grab, hit, underneath, lift it up, strike, get his arms across, remove the weapon. Hit him in the head, hit him in the legs. Next, it's going to be a high thrust, but I'm going to redirect with the other hand, so I'll redirect with the left. So as he delivers the thrust, I redirect this way, switch, switch, drive it in, headbutt, knee, remove. If it comes out of his hand, it comes out of his hand. And I don't have to do the rest of it. Okay, let's do it on the other side. So I'm here, redirect, grab, grab, drive, make sure your weight is going downward too. Headbutt, knee, pull, strike with the weapon, get his arms to cross. Once his arms cross, I give it a quick jolt, and then I begin to attack. Next stick attack will be somebody coming in with a stick and they're trying to hit you with the center of the stick. So as he comes forward, I'm going to block and pull down. Now it's important to note that I'm not staying there. I'm not taking a whole bunch of impact on my forearms. I'm driving it down as I'm engaging. So as he's coming forward, I'm going here, right? What's probably going to happen is it's going to hit for a second on those forearms, and I'm ripping it down. Sometimes it'll come right out of the hand, but if it doesn't, that's fine. And then I go back to the same disarm that we know how to do and attack in the legs. Okay? Next, we're going to deal with a stick attack where the person is coming over your head, maybe to secure your arms. Okay, go ahead. Or worse, they're trying to wrap this around your throat. So as he starts to bring it over the top, I need to pluck and secure it right away to my body. So I'm pulling it in, my elbows are driving backwards, pulling it into the chest. I also bend over slightly. That way if the guy pulls up really hard, he's just going to pull it into my chest instead of it sliding up to my throat. I take a step, I lift, And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn abruptly, and I wanna try to end up either next to him or slightly behind him. So as I turn his arms crossed, and I take the weapon away, sorry about that, and I start to strike and attacking the legs. If you're working with your partner, and you're the one doing this to them, understand that when they turn, if you really decide to hang on, you might end up with a broken wrist. Next is gonna be what we call a stick threat. So he's got the stick like this, and he's tapping in his hand. I move forward when the stick is up. So when it's here is when I'm moving forward, because by the time I move in, it's already moved into the hand. So as he's doing that, I'm here trying to talk to him. He's threatening me. It's looking a little too dangerous. My hands are up. When he's doing that, I'm moving in, grabbing. Headbutt, knee, pull, strike, strike. Keep the arms across, take it away, and begin to attack. All right, so next we're going to do some defenses for the stick when they're trying to strike you in the leg. So the first one is, I got enough distance, of course. If I'm too close, he's probably going to hit me, or if I'm too close, I should be driving in and trying to get him. So this is a situation where I'm out here, I'm in my stance, and he's trying to hit my leg. So as he tries to hit the leg, I'm going to pull my leg back, and I'm going to move in and start attack. Okay? So I'm going to show from this side, go a little bit faster now. So as he's trying to strike my leg, moving out of the way, and I'm moving in. So the motion looks like this. It's this leg that moves first. That leg has to move first. If you move the back leg first, he's probably going to hit you because it's going to come in too fast. So that's the first one. The next one is I'm in this range here where I know I'm probably not going to be able to get back, or maybe he caught me in a neutral stance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my shin to check, but not on the stick. I'm going to check on his forearm. So when he pulls back to hit, I'm moving in, skipping in, checking with my shin, possibly wrapping, hitting him with an elbow, and at that point, everything else can remain the same like we already know how to do. The next one, I don't like so much, but some people do. The next thing you can do is you can actually kick the person's arm. I don't like it because I only have that much space to block with, but I'll show it because some people do like it. So as he pulls back to hit me, I'm kicking that arm and moving in to attack. I also don't like it because if I miss, he'll slip right underneath and hit me in my other leg. So I prefer to either move out of the way or use a shin check.